Okay, we're gonna go live in a couple minutes, so make sure you've got water. You need the space about the size of your mat, your yoga mat. We're gonna stream from the bedroom today. See if we've got some more room. We're doing that stay home, stay safe thing. So, making the best of our spaces that we've got. All right, I've got 10 exercises we're gonna do. I'm gonna do them one time through with you, and then you can replay this anytime. And in fact, you could do these same 10, 2 times, 3 times, 5 times. It's up to you how many times you wanna go through it. The more you do, the more you do. Okay, so I'm gonna put my water down and give it till 8 o'clock. That's what I set it for, so we're close to being there. We've got, I'll actually write these down. I'll put them in the comments so that you can see what these are and just name them. You can put them on a little 3x5 card. I have a little collection of 3x5 cards of just simple exercises you can do, and you put these together, do like 20-second bursts with a little 10-second kind of rest between, because you're just shifting to the next exercise. I'm going to do numbers on this one rather than just by the seconds of the time, since I don't have the time with me. Okay, so yeah, we are going to go live, guys. All right, principles of Yoga Lachi are always that we start with activation of the muscles. We're activating the core first. What that means is essentially, I was explaining this to my 11-year-old who's like, well, I don't know what you're saying when you turn on your tummy muscles. So what that is you're activating muscles that need to be turned on, that go dormant when we don't use them. If we don't use a muscle, the body's awesome at conserving energy. It's just going to shut it down. So we've got to turn those muscles back on so that they do their job and support us, rather than having our back take over and do job, or hip flexors take over and do jobs because we're sitting all the time and we've lost the actual mobility of certain body parts. So be sure that you have this idea of how to activate things. One really simple way that I teach is that if, like when you cough or sneeze, imagine, or someone coming in to hit you in the stomach, what are you gonna do? You're gonna activate naturally, right? So that is what we're talking about. And you wanna activate the center, the front, and then wrapping these muscles around more than you wanna activate the back. And a lot of times people's backs are overactivated. So we've got to balance that out. That's why this whole work is activating the front, activating your core. We've got to activate the booty. So what does that mean? If someone's going to pinch you, what are you going to do? You're going to activate the muscles. So keep that in mind throughout everything we do today. That's activation of our AMAZE, our acronym. M is mobility. So we want to remember, what are the mobile joints in our body? We've got shoulder joints that are mobile, our wrists are mobile, right? We've got our hips are mobile, our ankles are mobile. So with that, and then I go to alignment, because I like AMAZE as my acronym. So then alignment, we want to be in alignment when we're doing all of that mobility and stability. So what are the stable joints? I've already talked about that with the core. Our lumbar is a stable joint. Our cervical lumbar, our cervical spine is a stable joint, so we don't want that head doing all kind of whiplashy stuff. And our knees are a stable joint, so we've got to find points of stability. Our feet are also stable, so we don't want to be working out in high heels, right? That's going to be a recipe for a disaster. So when you understand those principles, it's really much easier to engage the whole body in the work that we do, and you stay pain-free and get pain-free, because that's the whole point. The body's usually in pain because there's misalignment or lack of activation, things like that. Okay, so without further ado, let's get going. I'm going to start with high knees. So we're going to inhale, we're going to bring the knees into the chest. The first time through, I usually do this slow, so that I use this as a warm-up. So all I'm doing right now is I'm bringing the knees up to the chest. That's going to activate that hip flexor, in, and in. It's also going to help stretch. If this is painful on the back, make sure your butt's on, your abs are on. So we'll do about 2 more, and those are our high knees. Then we're going to do zombies. So we're going to take the arms here, shoulders are pocketed, and we're just doing, these are called our little zombie kicks, lengthening through those hamstring muscles. Yeah, I want to do down dog next. Okay, so 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's sit back and get into the position for our down dog. I'm going to walk all the way down because I want to stretch the entire back of the body. So as you walk from your down dog, you're activating from the hip mobility to bend over. You're not bending from your back. Your back is stable. Your core is strong. So we're going to go down. We've got our first stretch. Our calves are stretching. Our hands are stable on that point. We've got our tummy zipped up at the perineum. That's way low in the, I'll get into that another time. Okay, so we're going to do the knees touching down and then pushing up. And we're using the core muscles to do this. We are not using our hands or our shoulders. They're only stabilizing us right now. So our core and our glutes are lifting us. So we're going to do 4 more. 2 and 1. Remember, this is somewhat of a warm-up. We're coming into bird dog position. So we're going to extend one arm, one leg, and extend all the way through. That's going to help activate the core and prepare us for the work we're preparing. It'll also help tone the entire posterior chain. Helps balance the right and left brain. So we're getting warmed up here. Make sure that your core, your tummy muscles are turned on and wrapped strong so that your wrists aren't doing the work. Okay, so we'll stand back up from bird dogs. Let's go to side squats. Very simply, we're going to go into a side squat and then we'll come back to center. We'll side squat to the other side. A squat, you want to make sure your knees are staying behind those toes. As you're squatting, it's coming from the hips. So you're squatting down from your hips, not pushing your knees forward. This is not a squat. So squatting requires those hips to be mobile. And ideally, you want to be able to get way down here, but if you're not there yet because the hips are tight, just do what you can today, all right? So squat, we're not loaded. We don't have weight on our, we don't have any bars on us, so you should be really able to focus on your form. Moving into that squat. Squats are all about those hips being mobile. So 2 more, 1 more. And that side squat prepares us for our side series movement. Ooh, we're going to do a little bit of plyometrics. So we're shuffling to the side, and then we're going to do a little plyometrics. You don't have to go into that ballistic jump, but you can. So imagine you're playing basketball. And they're going to shoot the basket. Side. So that's going to get that heart rate up. We've been warming up a little bit. So let's do 2 more of these. 1 more. Finish this last one. Make sure you're engaged in activating through the muscles. Okay, let's come back down to the side. We're going to do a side plank. That's that whole waist that needs to be active. Good form on these. Come all the way down. We're going to bring the elbow to the floor. It's locked right underneath that shoulder. You can be on your knees. You want good alignment from the crown of the head all the way through. So you're not collapsed forward. Nice strong alignment. Glutes on. We're going to thread the needle. And then we're going to reach up. Thread the needle. And reach up. If you're more advanced, you can go up on your toes so that you're on your side completely here. Okay, 1 more time. In between that, we're going to do heart-shaped push-ups. So our fingers are going to be thumb and fingers together, the index fingers, and that's going to hit our triceps. So wherever you're at, if you want to be up on your toes, you can. Or set yourself up where you're comfortable on your knees. Shoulders are pocketed. I'm going to lower down and push up. If your elbows start hurting in this, check your shoulders for alignment. Also check your head so that your head's not turtling down forward. So we just wanted to do 4 push-ups on those because we're going to come back and do that again after this other side plank on the other side. Switching other side. Coming to your elbow. And we're going to take this out Actually, you can start on your knees, reaching through. Activate and make sure you're really strong through that transverse abdominal, through that quadratus. You want to really feel your waist and have a girdle that's wrapping with those muscles. Let's go ahead and get up there. All right, we're going to do that heart push-up. Thumb and index fingers together. Good alignment. Head in alignment. Imagine someone's pulling on your ponytail to get your head up. Shoulders are pocketed. When you're ready, take it down. We're going to do 4 of those. 2. That's good. Woo! All right, so we've got those. The next one we're going to do is over the rainbow. Over the rainbow, pretty simple. Let me do it with you this way. What we're going to do, our legs are in a good position. We're up on our sits bones, and we're going to get those shoulders pocketed. You only want to lean as far back as your abdominal muscles can keep control. If you lean back and your back turns on, you need to come back up and reset. And that's what we're going to use this. So imagine you've got a pull here. So you're just going to hold on to that for a moment. Now we're going to go over the rainbow. So we've got a beautiful rainbow. We're going to grab to one side, not just with the arms, but the whole waist. And then we're going to go all the way over the rainbow using those obliques. So this is all transverse abdominals. Come into that center, obliques. And we want to do that 4 or 5 times. Really stay out of that back. This should all be driving from your powerhouse. So deep core muscles, deep glutes. I think I have time to go through this one more time. And you can feel how, if you do this, this will get your heart rate up. It will tone you, and it's fabulous, okay? So we just start over from the top. Let's see how that goes. Maybe take a sip of water. Okay. So let's do this. Here we go. Knee lifts. 2, 3. I'm going to move a little faster on this one. Your choice. I'll give you the list. Otherwise, just do what you can with them. Do as many as you want. We want that knee coming up all the way if you can, because that's going to help get that hip flexor active. Activating and engaging, okay? We've got zombie kicks. 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is going to go again because that's not quite 20 seconds. So let's do this. We want to get at least 20 seconds. There we go. All right. Next one, down dogs with those push-ups. Okay. From the knees. We want to, actually I prefer this. This is what I prefer. I'm going to down dog and I want to get that whole body stretched. That's what I want. Hamstring, calf stretching. Then we get some good stretching going. Okay, knees down. Push up. Core is on. Power is coming from your core. So you're driving from your glutes and your abs. Everything else comes from that power. Okay, come on down, let's do bird dogs. Extend one arm, opposite leg. Remember, always go at your own pace. Keep breathing. Think about your alignment. Be present to your body. This is you doing this for you. You're not in a race. You're not doing it for anybody else but you. So just be present. Enjoy the movement of your body, whatever that looks like. Safe and strong, good alignment. All right. Nice benefits of those bird dogs. We've got lots of balancing the right and left brain. Okay, let's come on up. Boost that high piece with our squats. We're going to do side squat. Go your pace. So I want to practice my hips and getting lower. You don't have to. So you can just be right here. This is totally fine. All right, you want to listen to you. If you go any low and your knees start hurting, that's usually an indication of hips tight. Ankles could be tight. Right, so we always look at the mobility of the joints around it. if the stable joint is starting to get painful. So we look for that when we're doing corrective exercise. You want to be mindful of your movement patterns. Squatting, so good. We should all be squatting every day. Watch infants, watch babies as they learn to stand. They are master squatters, and we want to be that good. Okay, so those beautiful squats. Go to our side. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Plyometric if you choose. This is going to get that heart rate up. You can move a little faster. You can make those happy feet. Break up some of that sedentary legs. I've been pretty sedentary myself, so this is feeling really good about right now. Making me want to do this a lot more. Okay, one more time. Good job. Let's go ahead and get on the side and we'll do our side planks, threading the needle. All right, we come all the way down. Lock that elbow down from the shoulder. Pocket that shoulder. Activation through the core as you come up. So you want to stay in position that's good for you, either on your knees or feet. Thread the needle and reach. Thread and reach. Keep those shoulders pocketed, keep that neck relaxed. Don't drive from the neck. We tend to get the pain from the weaker chain, but you've got to turn your core back on, so I call it powerhouse. That's why I am an advocate for powerhouse, and we all have to lead from our powerhouse. Okay, tricep push-ups. Those are the heart positions right there. Find your heart position, thumb and index finger touch. Let's do our push-ups. 4 of them, head in alignment. The great thing about this is you should feel like you're getting stronger, not weaker, as we go through these cycles. That's the sign of a really correct workout. Let's go to the other side. Your body should be invigorated, enlivened, not depleted. It's very, very different. We're not going for the no pain, no gain idea. We're going for we should not have pain while we're doing this. We should feel invigorated, energized, and restored, in fact. Maybe we've worked, but I'll tell you, your body loves to work. Your body loves to move. And when you become sedentary, it affects all other elements of the body, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. So you've got to think about that. And that's why this has to be a priority. Okay, I think I did more than 4, but that's all right. It's nice and good. All right, let's do those push-ups. Catch those triceps. If you don't like those saggy arms, this is the movement to do. You can do this against the wall if it's too much. You can do it standing from the wall. See, I've already got turned on. I've got some power back on. That's the great thing about doing correct movements, is your power goes on and turns up. You don't feel depleted afterwards. That is a good thing. Okay. And we're not ever going to try to go to empty. I never work people, nor do I want you to go 100%, give 100%. No. Science shows working 70 to 80% is where you want to be, because you do not want to get your body into fight or flight where the cortisol is up. You want to feel like the body's having fun. This is really fun. I'm already feeling so much better, I got to tell you. So thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for being my inspiration to make this happen. I'm grateful. What else can I learn from this situation? Do I like the COVID stuff? No. It's horrible. It's not fun, but that's all judgment. And if we can detach from all that judgment, if we can detach from all the meaning that we're making it mean, and just be present to what is, we can really discover some powerful gifts in this. Gifts for ourselves, gifts for our future, gifts for our personal well-being, everything. I mean, it's actually a really powerful experience if we can find that. So I just did Over the Rainbow while I was yapping. Hope you saw that. That was that beautiful Over the Rainbow where we're working through that. We'll make sure that back is not turned on from that. All right, you should feel really good after that. If you want to do it a couple more times, awesome. The things that I would do to kind of come down, because we've brought that heart rate back down a little bit, you can do either a child's pose, or you can go on your back and massage your back. So let's just do that for a few moments. I'm going to do Happy Baby, because I I'm doing happy baby. And if you can see this, almost like dead bug in Pilates. But that's just gonna help release any of that low back. And we're just gonna massage through there. See if I can work out something else for better, so you can see better. But for now, that's where we're at. I hope that helps. I will write down those 10, if I can give you a screenshot, but that's a nice little training that we just did. I hope you feel great. Hydrate, breathe. I love finding things we can appreciate about the circumstance or about the situation, because we are not our circumstances, we're not our bodies, and we're not any of that. That's all the ego, and it's not a bad thing to be who we are. I love being Stefana. I love Stefana. I really enjoy being me. But I'm more than just me, right? So we want to remember that we are the electricity and the toaster. We are both. Okay? So don't forget that. Stay connected to your certainty and that insight that comes with knowing who you really are at your core. And then balance this beautiful journey of, oh, I've got this cool body that does all these cool things, and I've got this mind that thinks and is innovative and insightful, and I've got this heart that feels empathy and compassion. Oh my goodness. And for yourself as well, right? We have to balance this. Oh, and I can feel love and kindness for myself. Oh, that's just precious. It's so important. It took me years to learn that. So do that. Take the time to connect to your heart space in a balanced, healthy way. It should be 50-50. Don't open yourself up 100% and say, oh yeah, then you're a vacuum for everybody's stuff. Come back in and check in with yourself. What's your voice needing to say? Because your voice is important. That's why you're here. So what is it that needs to be expressed in a healthy, nourishing, good way? And that's my whole purpose in life, is to help people discover that for themselves. And it starts with me. It starts with me being my own best client, if you will, okay? All right, happy Saturday. Let's go make it an amazing day. Whatever it is you're doing, be present, be mindful, self-care, nourish, and all those delicious reminders, okay? Peace and blessings. Always send a comment so I know what's going on if you need any specific help with anything, okay? I love you.